It's time
Oh, shit. Wrong hat.
to return to China. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the China Ruins Everything career mode. For those who are new to the series as well as some old heads, I am about to introduce you to a career mode that is unlike anything you have ever seen on YouTube. It is, as the title says, we're going to take the economic might of China and we're going to use it to not only conquer all of European football, but the ultimate goal is to capture the World Cup in China's name. Now, to give a little bit of backstory, you may have seen it in the news that China has committed billions and billions into making themselves into a footballing superpower. This is brought about by our glorious leader, President Xi Jinping, who is a renowned football enthusiast. In fact, you can see all of these pictures and this one. Look, he took a selfie with Sergio Aguero. And Xi Jinping has boldly claimed that China will hoist the World Cup trophy by 2050. But in this career mode, we are 4 years away from the World Cup in Qatar and 8 years away from the World Cup in North America. I shall not only qualify for the World Cup in Qatar, but the glorious People's Republic of China shall hoist the World Cup trophy in 8 years on the home soil of our biggest international rival, the United States. Now, China conceived of this plan in 2013, and since then they have pumped billions and billions of dollars into building massive infrastructure in order to go ahead and proliferate footballing culture in China. They have built the footballing equivalent of Hogwarts, as this academy demonstrates, which is the largest footballing academy in the world. They have brought in world-class coaches from Real Madrid and the Bundesliga, all in hopes of producing some homegrown talent. But so far, throwing money at the problem has not really solved the issue, as China failed to qualify for the Russian World Cup. So thus, changes needed to be enacted. Our glorious leader has deemed that the level of competition in the Chinese Super League is lacking, and thus it would better suit Chinese players to be going up against the best in the world. And that is why China has gone ahead and purchased the cheapest team in the 4th division of English football and completely gutted the side. It is in fact a hostile takeover of Crawley Town, and instead they're replacing them with 7 consecutive time champion of the Chinese Super League, Guangzhou Evergrande. And who better to lead a Chinese team in England than a Hong Kong native? Yes, it is I, B-, aka in this career mode I shall be known as Chairman Bao. And the significance of me having a Hong Kong nationality is that is where East meets West in Asia. For you guys who don't know, Hong Kong used to be a colony of England up until the 1990s, and thus shares heavy influences of both Chinese and English culture. A sharing of culture that has birthed one of the greatest gifts to mankind: milk tea boba. Yes, in fact, before you filthy English mongrels came over to China, we never put milk in our tea. But after a while, we went ahead and we tried it, and we're like, oh, this is pretty good. Let's put some like tapioca in this bit. Boom, boba milk tea. And that is the metaphor that I shall try to achieve in England. I want to go ahead and make the milk tea boba of world football. Now, not all is rosy in the world of China, because the England FA were not all too happy with China going ahead, buying up Crawley Town and gutting the team, replacing it with Guangzhou Evergrande. So thus, they have placed strict sanctions upon us. And that main sanction is that we were not allowed to go ahead and bring any foreign-born players that were originally on the team. So, as you can see on the squad right here, we do not have the big-name players. Anderson Talisca, Paulinho, they are not on the squad. This is the base all-Chinese team of Guangzhou Evergrande, and it's not good. Our top cam is 51 rated. And I think the max potential on this team is somewhere in the mid to high 70s. Now, while the English FA said that we could not bring over any of our foreign-born players, it never said that we can go ahead and purchase any of those players in the transfer window. So if we really wanted to, we could get Paulinho back, we could get Anderson Talisca back. The issue is we'd have to pay full price for them. Now, the whole point of moving over to England was to go ahead and hasten the development of Chinese players by putting them up against some of the best competition that Europe has to offer. And thus, Xi Jinping has put a mandate that we can only go ahead and transfer in 3 foreign-born players into our squad, and the rest has to be Chinese. And we can only have 3 foreign-born players on the team at any time. So we have to be insanely highly selective in the players that we can go ahead and bring into our squad, and mostly focus on developing up our Chinese players. But there's a little bit extra level of spikes that we're going to do in this career mode. And that is, with the new FIFA 19 cheetah engine, you can go ahead and change the nationality of a player. And that is what I'm going to do. At the end of every single season, we are going to choose one of the 3 players that we have kept onto our team and turn them from whatever nationality they are into a Chinese citizen. And those are going, that's not how it works. You have to be in this country for X amount of time in order for you to be able to go ahead and transfer your nationality. And to that I say, I think if we grease enough palms and China's got trillions of dollars, I think we can make a few deals happen. And additionally, there is one caveat in our transfer limit, as once again, the whole point of us being in England is to play up against high levels of competition, and simply we're not going to get that if we are stuck in the lower rungs of English football. So in order for us to nearly ensure that we will be promoted every single season, Jinping has allowed us unlimited transfers from the Chinese Super League. So players like Paulinho, Talisca, Hulk, Carrasco, Oscar, Pato, all of these players would definitely go ahead and strengthen our squad, and there is no limits on any of these guys if we wish to go ahead and bring them in, as long as we have the money. Additionally to Chinese Super League players, we should go ahead and be targeting certain types of players that we wish to go ahead and bring in to fill our 3 foreign player quota. And a picture perfect example of the type of players that we shall be going after in this career mode is in 1, Alphonso Davies. 1, he's extremely young, age 17. This is not a win it in 4 years. We are aiming for glory in 8 years. And that's why Alphonso Davies, being only 17, in 8 years time will be 25. In his athletic prime and near his max potential. And moreover, we're targeting players like Alphonso Davies specifically because he plays for Canada, a non-traditional footballing power, and thus can be enticed for going ahead and playing for a potential budding footballing superpower. And definitely players that we should be going after are African players, as China has invested billions and billions of dollars into Africa's infrastructure over the past decade. So high-profile players like Naby Keita, Jeffrey Kondogbia, and rising star Nicolas Pepe. All these young African players are people that we should be targeting and try to poach for China. Now at this point you might be saying to yourself, okay, this is really ambitious, and 8 years down the road, how are you ever going to complete this series by the time FIFA 20 rolls around? To that I say, we're going to do an accelerated career mode. Shout out to the main man Barfy for going ahead and introducing me to this format, but every single one of these episodes shall be half a season long. So in 2 episodes, we'll already be into the next season. Shout out to Barfy Boy. If you haven't checked him out yet, go ahead. Links over in the thingies. But every single episode is going to be a quick montage of all the best highlights from that half of the season. It's going to be mostly simming. Then I'm going to showcase to you the development of our young players, go ahead and have a discussion on which players we should be targeting to go ahead and bring in, as every single episode will have a transfer window. And then we'll go ahead and vote for the MVP of that episode. And the MVP of the episode is not just going to be for funsies. It is going to have real tangible effects, as the MVP will receive a perk. And that perk, via the magic of the cheat engine, aka Chinese steroids, can be a number of things. It could be +5 in a certain stat. They can earn an extra star to either their weak foot or their skill moves. Or they can go ahead and possess a new trait like Power Header or Tactical Defender. The possibilities are nearly endless with the cheat engine. So your guys' votes are going to be really consequential on the shaping and the formation as the series moves along. In fact, your guys' input is going to be paramount, as you guys, the glorious People's Republic, is going to go ahead and determine who gets the playtime, who's going to be grown, and most importantly, which of these 3 foreign-born players are we going to go ahead and nationalize. And also, since each episode is going to be half a season long, for the first time ever, instead of just simming, I'm going to go ahead and be playing some of these games for this career mode live over on Twitch. Go ahead, check me out on Twitch over here. And while I play those live matches over on Twitch, your guys' interaction is going to be in real time. You can see how the players play out through the entirety of the game, not just match highlights. And since I have finally made the affiliate program over on Twitch, I am excited to announce that those who sub to my Twitch channel, every single one of you guys will be featured in the end credits of the series, as well as every single one of you subs, and I promise no matter how many of you guys are there, you'll be able to go ahead and customize an aspect of one of our youth players. And for the first 11 subscribers to the Twitch channel, I will go ahead and nickname one of the Chinese youth players after you guys. So please go ahead and use your Amazon Prime subscription on me. And speaking of our Youth Scout Academy, we have to go ahead and hire the best scouts in the world. And through the power of the cheat engine, for the first time ever, we will be able to send all 3 of these scouts into China. Yes, we're going to triple the amount of young Chinese recruits that we are going to receive month to month. All 5-star, 5-star, and since all of them love their beloved country so much, they shall work for free. Hooray to slavery. And these are the 5 best scouts that all of China history has to offer. First up is Cao Cao, aka Zhao Zhao. He was the great uniter of China during the feudal period, and is often considered one of the best players to play in Dynasty Warriors. Next, you have Confucius. Whatever he says, we tend to listen. Next up, beloved action movie star Jackie Chan of Jackie Chan Adventures fame. And fourth is the panda from Kung Fu Panda, aka Po. And fifth, maybe the greatest Chinaman ever to live, Civil War General Robert E. Lee. So go ahead, vote up in the eye thingies right now. Of these 5 great Chinamen, the ones with the top 3 votes will go ahead and be our scouts in this upcoming series. My personal vote is for the panda in Kung Fu Panda. But that is going to conclude this intro episode into this series. I know it's a lot to go ahead and take in right now, but I just want to give you a taste of what we have in store ahead. And I cannot explain to you the feeling that I have for this series. I'm so freaking excited for everything that it's going to bring, for the adventures that we are about to lay, and the way that you guys, the People's Republic, is going to shape this for many months to come. So right now, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this series? Do you like all the series concepts? Do you have any new concepts I can go ahead and be going about? Which players should I be going ahead and targeting? And if you're watching this on Sunday morning or on Saturday, that's when I go ahead and stream over on Twitch. Come over with me, talk to me live over there. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this introduction episode. If you want to check out the original series from all the way in FIFA 17, go ahead and click over here, Dingsy Poos. And if you want to see the China series from the past World Cup, go ahead and click over here, Dingsy Poos. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember to stay yourself, stay humble, and until next time, guys, stay thick.